Hey, I'm Marianne. I'm 40, single and no kids. My last relationship ended a few years ago, and honestly, I've not actually been interested in finding anyone else. But where do people actually meet now? Like, dating apps are not for me. I can't do it. Like, it is just nah. Is there anyone else who is single and quite happy? And also, if you are looking to date in your 40s, how do you do that without an app? Where are all the good men?
Not going on dating apps for dates. Where are we meeting men?
Well, this is a great question, and I have a two-pronged answer for you, one being the easier way and another one being the harder way. I'm going to start with the harder way first. So number one, you must build an archetype of the type of guy that you want. What does he do? What does he believe in? What's his socioeconomic status? Oh, I want a guy in his 30s or in his 20s who makes X amount with, you guys have a ton of more preferences, but stick to the main ones. And then figure out, now that you have your archetype, where does this guy go and spend his free time? Where do they go? And then go there. You must be there. Put yourself in a position to be approached by the guy that you say you want. And number two, which is the easier way, which is you just continue to live out your routine in your day, but you make a switch. And that switch is you must send cues and signals, mating signals to the type of guys you're interested in. Smile, eye contact throughout your day.
Okay, I'm trying to find the best places in LA to meet single men, and I've been on a bit of a hiatus because I had food poisoning. I was in Kauai. Now I'm back, okay? But I'm working a lot. So we had a team dinner tonight. We went to Pache, classic place in LA. There were so many cute guys. I don't know like how you would meet them at like a restaurant. It's not like really a bar vibe, but I will tell you, there were a lot of cute guys at Pache. I was surprised. Maybe I've just like never looked around, and like not all of them like were in couples. Like there were just like a lot of attractive men. So just doing my part in spreading the word.
Where are the men in San Francisco? Where are they? Not for me. Where are the women pushing 30? Where do we find good men at? And I'm not talking about the club, and I hate dating apps. Where do y'all find single men at? Where are the single men? Because everywhere I go, I'm seeing taken men.
Where are the good men? We've walked away, and we are not coming back. We are living our best lives without women, and it is better this way.
What the data is showing right now is that in the West, 80% of men are unattractive to women.
Mm-hmm.
And so
that number's huge.
It's huge. And, whether it's completely accurate or not is kind of irrelevant, but it shows the trend of where we're going. And so typically men, and I'm sure you said this on your TikToks at some point, if they're not wanted, then they don't stick around.
No, they're not gonna beg. Like, they want that reciprocation.
Exactly.
So you guys know the creator Brand Flakes? On his latest podcast, he was like, where are the hot liberal men? And the women in the comments were like, they're already married because they were mature enough to get wives. So Brand, if you're watching this, please set up a singles event calling out to the hot liberal men. Thank you.
You guys know what ticks me the off is when I see a like fine ass guy at the gym, and then I realize he has kids because like his tattoos. Like I saw like a fine ass guy right now leaving the gym or leaving the locker room, I mean, and then I saw his arms. I walked behind him because he was like we were going the same direction, and then he had like 2 baby feet tattooed on him. I'm like, all right, well you're not a candidate because most likely he has kids. But I hate being a single woman and then seeing fine ass men and then they end up having like 1 or 2 kids.
Okay, I have a question for all of the single straight men. What are you doing? Because every single day I walk out of my front door to the most beautiful, gorgeous, just goddesses of women walking around living their best life like they're just not heaven on earth. So what are you doing? Why are you fumbling the bag? Why are you single? Why are you not just snatching up all of these amazing, beautiful, smart, educated, sexy women? Because they're everywhere I look. Get it together.
maybe because they're not as much of a catch as you continue to try to gaslight us and make us believe that they are. I mean, men have already tasted of the fruit. And like a lot of dudes say, the juice is not worth the squeeze.
So this may be a cry for, I guess, help. I was on Hinge a few days ago, and it said, we're out of men for you. We're just out. No more singles in your area. Please start going back through the men that you've chosen not to like, and see if you've changed your mind. I haven't. I really have not changed my mind. Thank you, Hinge, so much for that.
I can do it all. I just had to go to the gas station and fill my jerry can so that I can cut my grass. This is like reason 750 million that I would prefer to have a man in my life. So like he can go fill the jerry can. I don't mind cutting the grass. It's a nice chore. But like, why do I have to do all this by myself at 43?
Okay? So don't forget that your first year you do you were saying, if you never pray with your wife, grab your wife. Start a habit, grab her, be like your baby, come here, let's pray, man. Boom, pray with her, impart into her. The same thing she's gonna impart into me. I don't think it's real, bro. My wife was carrying the spiritual load for a minute, for a long time in my crib, bro. Because at one point, priest, I didn't believe in the.
Men, something I want you to consider when dating a single mother is you're not the leader in that relationship. You're the substitute. And what happens is that she is the boss, and she has a boss. And you know who her boss is? Is the child or children. So really, you are just an employee to her and the child. So I don't recommend dating single women as a long-term perspective, but that's my opinion. I'd like to know what you guys think in the comments.
I feel like things are just backwards over here in Australia, you guys. So when I first moved here, not a single guy came up to me at the clubs and hit on me. And I found it a bit weird. I was like kind of offended, not gonna lie. Coming from North America, I don't know, I was kind of offended. It was really nice because I could just go out with the girlies, have a good time, you know what I mean? Like no guys were coming up to me, like it was great. Anyways, now I have a boyfriend, and every time my boyfriend and I go out to the clubs, there are 1,000 girls coming up to him and hitting on him. And no guys come up to me at all. And I'm like, is that just how it is here? Like, do the girls put in the work? Like, is it just a bit backwards? Because, like, in North America, it's like the guys come up to the girls, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know any girls that would go up to a guy. So it just seems a bit backwards. Like, can someone please explain this to me? Also, why is every single guy short? Like, I'm a pretty short girl, and I tower over all these men at the club.
I feel like what you say, the men are different.
The
men
nicer,
are much more respectful
now, because like before you could like you be dancing and then after a while you gotta turn back like, who the heck is this? No, I could be pushing back like, he gonna come? Right? Like I here doing the most work.
Sir, grab this wine.
No, but he finna what? They ain't come to me for wine no more. Like they stand up
watching.
watching.
The whole touching thing, because I always used to have an SVD and it used to make me so annoyed when you pass people, they gotta touch you.
Yeah, that
especially
too.
the men. Now,
nobody
They
hands
don't
up,
even
girl.
come at all. I was surprised when somebody come behind me.
Honestly,
it was very shocking.
I'm kind of confused. You guys sound like you're upset. You don't get
because
bum rushed
now
anymore.
Look, when we used to get touched, it was annoying.
You wanted to get bum rushed.
No, but you go into the complete opposite side. You need a balance. Don't touch me up disrespectfully.
Right.
But pull up on me.
Pull up. You could have been like
just walk.
Okay, this one's for the ladies. I think I've cracked the code. I think I know where all the single men are. They told us to go to Home Depot. They told us to go to Lowe's. Strike out, strike out. Here's where they are. That's right. It was first day of school today, and my daughter wanted to go there for dinner. And I roll in. I saw about 5 single dads there taking their kids. So, this is where it's at. Go and get some chicken. Can't say that I blame them.
There is a femininity crisis and it's destroying relationships. Women dress like men, act like men, compete like men, then wonder why men aren't attracted to them anymore. Masculinity is attracted to femininity. It's basic biology, but we've convinced women that being feminine equals being weak. Now, everybody's confused and nobody's happy. You think I'm exaggerating? All right, go read the comments.
Okay, I have a question for single men in their 30s who have their lives together and just haven't found the one yet for some reason. So if I was a single lady in my 30s and I wanted to meet you, where would be the best place to go? Just asking for a friend. Please let me know in the comments. Thanks.
Can someone tell me where we find the real men? I have been out on so many dates this past year with men who have told me that I'm intimidating because I'm real and honest and I know who I am. I'm confident. I've only been on one date in the last year with someone I was actually nervous with. And I was like jittery and nervous and awkward. And it was such a good feeling because he was a man. And he's a real man. Thing is, he lives 2 hours away from me. And yeah, so I'm looking for a man, a man's man.
Where are all the single boys? Where are all the single guys? I'm talking about single, because all the guys I've been meeting, oh, I have 3 baby mamas, I have 2 kids, I've been married before, I got divorced. Where are all the virgin boys? Like never been married, single, late 20s, early 30s, where are they? Or is it just me that is old because I don't have kids? Because all the guys I'm meeting around late 20s, early 30s to 40s, they have 3 baby mamas, they have 4 kids, they have been married 3 times. Where are all the virgin boys? Like, where are all the virgin boys? Never been married, no kids, no boy, no girlfriend, single. I'm talking about virgin single. Where are they? Where are they? Someone to tell me, where are they?
Just a public service announcement to all of the men that be inside that are good men, that us women that be inside that are good women will never come across because neither one of us come outside. Can y'all, by a show of hands in the comment section, let us know y'all here? Because I know we'll never meet y'all in person because y'all always inside and we always inside unless we go into the grocery store or going to work. But I need to know where y'all at because I'm tired of the people that's already outside that actually do stuff outside. I need the people that are really good people that stay inside. I need y'all, okay? We can meet on TikTok at this point because, baby, I'm about to go back in the house because what's outside, I don't want no parts of. It's ghetto, okay? Ain't nobody making it past the 4th business day, okay? I'm over it.
If you're asking yourself where are all the good men, according to my Instagram poll of 167,000 men, 26% are taken, 22% are single, but they just straight up don't want a relationship, which leaves approximately 50% of men that are available. Oh wait, but out of that, only 12% of men are actively dating, and 40% of men are looking to date, but they're waiting for a unicorn to come to them. I think that when women are asking where are all the good men, they're talking about that 40%. Well, ladies, the men in the 40% are the men that are working overtime instead of going out and dating. Because honestly, they would rather look at the weather app or check their crypto investments rather than ask another girl off of Hinge how her day was for 5 days in a row. They would rather go fishing with the guys or even fishing by themselves rather than spend another $200 on a first date that goes nowhere. And when these men are not at work, they're probably at the gym, playing video games, or maybe ignoring people, which is kind of understandable.
Where do single men between the ages of 28 and 40 go on Saturdays? And I don't mean like a specific restaurant or a specific location, I mean generally speaking. Are they at the gym? Are they at a bar watching football? Are they on a hike? Are they at home doing additional work? Are they at the driving range? Are they getting brunch with their friends? What does a 28 to 40-year-old single man's typical Saturday look like? Because I can tell you what a Saturday for a 28 to 40-year-old single woman looks like. As part of my fall of outdoors, I'm trying to integrate experiences where I get to meet the male species. Every time that I've tried to do that, the places that I end up tend to be proliferated with 24-year-old men. screaming at a television about football. For example, my Saturday looks like this. I wake up, I take my dog on a walk, I try to get in a gym class of some sort, Pilates, some kind of stretching class, I take a shower, make a cup of coffee, make my breakfast, and then I try and do about 2 hours of either work or personal, like, errands. And then from about 12 p.m. until approximately 5 p.m. I try and do something social with my friends. We'll go to a bar to watch a football game, go to the beach for the afternoon, whatnot. And then I typically stay in on Saturday night, order in DoorDash, watch a movie, have a glass of wine, and go to bed. That's the male equivalent of that, so I know where to find you guys during the period of 12 to 5.
I don't know, man. The chances are if a man that's 24 cares about sports, maybe a man that's 28 to 40 also cares about sports, you guys are running into the men that you're looking for. You're literally there. It's just that you guys don't really recognize that these are good men in front of you. And so you come on the internet asking where they are. Right there in front of you, at the same bar as the 24-year-old enjoying a beer.
I'm gonna say it, and you're not gonna like what I have to say. You're not gonna like it, man. You're not gonna like it. Where are the real men at? I'm sick of it. They don't make men like they used to. I'm gonna say it loud and proud, because tell me why men these days, they don't want to do an oil change. They don't know how to change a tire. They don't know how to do anything. If Google doesn't know, babe, they don't know. Tell me why my dad knows every single thing to do with his hands. I could ask my dad to literally build a bridge for me to get to the other side of the road. That man will do it within 1 hour. You ask a man this day and age, hey, can you tell me how to check my tire pressure? Yeah, let me Google that. What do you mean you have to Google it? What do you mean you have to Google it, man? What do you mean? You are a man. This is what you're built for, babe. This is what you're built for, and you don't even know how to check my tire pressure. Please. I'm sick of having men that don't know how to literally use their hands. I'm sick of it. Be a man.
Your dad sounds like a great guy. Why don't you just marry him? Now that's weird. Listen, men don't care about your demands or your expectations. You don't pay their bills. Leave them alone.
Ladies, forget the club. I'm going to tell you where you're going to find your man at. I'm going to tell you where your man is at. He's at the grocery store. He's down to the Kroger's, okay? Let me tell you something. Forget the club. You don't want no man that's addicted to that nightlife. It ain't nothing worse than freshly divorced men that's out here hurt and on the prowl looking for some ass. Absolutely define. Let me tell you where you want to go. It's Kroger. You want to go early in the morning, but pretty much any time of day, you're going to see some men in there and they going to be shopping. They shopping. And you can end up in the cart, huh? And it's easy. You can see what kind of car they drove up in. That's one thing. And you can tell if they married, because if their wife sent them to the store, they gonna be walking around with a little list and looking confused. They might ask you where something is because they don't know. Some lady done sent them here. You could go ahead and stay away from them if you want to. But the single men is at the store because they got to come do the shopping themselves. They got to come do the shopping themselves. They don't got nobody at home to cook for them. So you could tell by what they got in their basket. It's like one piece of fruit, some energy drinks or something, maybe some something healthy old men eat. You know, some cantaloupe or something. I don't know, but I'm telling you, forget going out. Forget that late night stuff. Your man's in them, Zaddy in them is at the grocery store. Don't say I ain't gave you nothing.
I heard a woman in a clip say, if I meet a man in the club and he approaches me, then I don't want him because I know the exact type of stuff that goes on in the club. And I was like, but aren't you in the club? So why would a good man outside of the club want to wife you up if they know exactly what's going on in the club, just like you do?
Why didn't anyone ever tell me the perks of dating like a really big guy? Like, I typically go for like gym bros, like super muscular guys, or for whatever reason, like smaller guys have a tendency of trying to talk to me. But like, I've never dated like a really like big guy before. And tell me why I had the most like dreamy experience with my tow truck driver this morning. This man was a big guy, like probably 6'3", like maybe 350, like a big boy. My car wouldn't start, right? I called my insurance company. They sent out the tow guy. He shows up. Now, he was like 15 years younger than me, like maybe 10. I mean, he was early 20s for sure.
He had me put the car into neutral. He pushes it. We're about to get up the little, like go up the ramp, and he actually kept me in the car to pull it all the way up to the top of the ramp, which no tow guy has ever done before. So I'm like stuck at the top of the tow thing, and I'm like, how am I gonna get down from here? I get out of the car, I open the door, whatever, and he says, you can either jump and I can try to help you. I can help you walk back down if that's easier, but there wasn't a lot of room, or I can just pick you up and put you down. He said, whatever you're comfortable with. Now, if you don't know my story, most of my adult life, I've been over 300 pounds, 330 pounds to be exact. And so I am not used to that feminine type of being able to just like have a man pick you up and like swirl you around or move you. Like, I'm not used to that. This is a very foreign concept for me. And I'm still not a small girl. You know, I'm over 5'9". I'm like 206 pounds. So, you know, I'm not a tiny person. But in my head, I'm still 300 pounds or 330 or whatever. So I was like, I don't think you can pick, like, no, you're not gonna pick me up. And he's like, what do you mean I'm not gonna, like, I can pick you up just fine. I was like, I don't know. Guys, tell me why this man scooped me up, held me, moved me around, put me down like I was nothing. And I was like, oh God. I didn't hate it. I definitely didn't hate it. So now I'm gonna be taking applications for the big boys because, woo, big boys, where you at? I'm coming for you.
So for one, they don't really understand the concept of a man's strength. They literally don't. Number two, these women, some of these women will be at home lusting over these men. They're literally telling the world, this is what a man did, and oh, I am dreaming about him. Oh God, he did this, and I'm having these types of fantasies. I wonder if a man said that. You know what I mean? I wonder if a man's like, oh man, I'm fantasizing. You don't know her, you're so weird. It's giving predator. Shut up.
Okay, this video is for my single men. Kids, no kids, I don't care. I'm pushing 40 at this point. Where do y'all hang out? Do you guys approach anyone that's not like in a bar or club setting? Like, I would love to know. I have not been on a dating app in almost a year, and that may or may not be my last date. Because my last date was somebody I met on a dating app, and I said, I'm not doing this anymore. I don't have it in me. I'm not doing it. Like, I know there's men out there, alright, good ones, I know, but I have yet to find them, okay? And a lot of them are not on dating apps. So that's why I cut them off. I've been getting more into my faith. I'm just being to like God, you know, sending me someone in front of my face because I'm in my feminine energy and I'm not pursuing. It's masculine. That's a whole nother video. But anyways, this question is for you guys. Like, we're women want you, okay? But we don't have time for the BS. Like, we just don't. So, you're a single man or just, no, single. Why am I even, no. No baby mom, no wife that you're like kind of broken up with, like completely single. Where do you guys hang out? Because I spend time like during the day, you know, out and about by myself. And I have yet to really like meet anyone. Every time I see a decent looking guy, there's his woman trailing behind him. Cause I sure don't see y'all at parks. Do you guys just hibernate during the day at home and then you go out at night? Do you guys like go out with your kids or something, or just alone? Or do you like order stuff cause you don't want to be out and about by yourself? I don't know. Let me know.
Nowhere to be found, to be found. Leave us alone. Nowhere to be found. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. I'm not coming to get you. Leave me alone.
Newsflash, after all this talking, she's still single.
That is the number one question I receive on a daily basis by single women ever since I started sharing my single life or my dating life or etc. So where? My response is going to sound really trivial, but it's the truth. I don't find them. They find me. So what do I mean by this? Story time. When I first became single after separating from my ex-husband, I was ready. I was ready to meet somebody. You could call it on the prowl. Every time I was out, I was like binoculars on ho, like looking
looking. And guess what that got me? Nowhere. Literally, I found nothing. That it almost became discouraging to go outside. You guys, nobody was more ready than me to meet new men, to have the opportunity to be outside, be single, and just date. I was so unhappy in my marriage for such a long time, especially post-betrayal, that I was like ready to start over and just meet new people. And when I was going out, I wasn't enjoying myself. I was like on the prowl. And not in the sense that I was like approaching men, but like waiting to be approached. Like I was not even having fun. I was just sitting and like looking everywhere at every inch and every corner of wherever I was at. And after about 2 months of doing that with no luck, no avail, not being approached, I was like, man, I'm done going outside, like trying to find something or trying to meet new people. Like I'm just gonna have fun without that like intention in the back of my mind. You guys, game changer. The second that I started to go outside, that following weekend that I started to go outside, and I had just decided to have the time of my life and not pay attention to my surroundings, just literally enjoy the company that I was in and have a good time, left and right. I just started to attract left and right simply by going outside and doing me, by enjoying my life. And the number one compliment that I receive when meeting men is they spotted me and they were attracted to my energy, to my aura, to me just being me. So you literally have to do nothing. You don't have to hunt. You don't have to look. You literally just have to go outside. You have to put yourself in places where you have the opportunity to meet people. But you don't have to look. You just go and enjoy yourself. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your friends. Enjoy your family. Be present and you will attract people. You do not have to look. And yes, girl, you have to go outside. Anywhere is an opportunity to meet somebody or attract somebody. You know where they're not going to find you? At your house, church, the park, the mall, the gym, a festival, a club, golf.
These modern women get on here and they give these tips about, I'm going to catch this and I'm going to slide into that and he going to pull up on me. Still single. Still a single mom. Still struggling, wanting a man. Well, I don't think she's struggling. She's actually making a lot of money. So good for you there in that area of your life. But even still, these things that y'all be talking about, it's not going to get you a man. You guys like dating around. You guys don't really want to be in a committed relationship. You guys are not really good at being in relationships. And it's time for more women to start saying, I suck at dating. I suck at being committed. I'm saying that all of these men are the problem, but really it's me. Really, I could be 60% of the problem, to be honest with you. I could be in some situations 70% of the problem.
Okay, I'm never going to get this video done because I'm not good at TikTok videos. And this may be attempt 20 at trying to get this done, but it's really down to one simple question. Where are these men at that I'm seeing all over TikTok? Because they are nowhere near me. All the ones that are around me are married or man-children who just want a mother to take the place of their mother, to take care of them. And so I live in the middle of nowhere and all these men keep popping up on TikTok and they're beautiful and they seem so nice and whatnot. Some of them seem very full of themselves, which isn't very attractive to me. But, I mean, it's great that they're confident. It's just not my thing. So I just want to know where y'all at because I've went to Home Depot. I'll go to Lowe's. There ain't nothing there. Not a single thing to get the creative juices going to where you're like, yeah, that's a man. They're not. They're nowhere around here. I live in the mountains, so I'm 2 hours from Atlanta. And there's just nothing here. And so I'm kind of at a loss because it's just, where are you at? I mean, it's a simple question. You would think it was, or would be. But apparently it's not because, again, all people tell you is, oh, do the dating app and this and that. And I've tried them all. And the guys are either just super creepy and over the top, Also, guys, just a little FYI. Immediately giving a girl a nickname whenever you first introduce yourself is creepy. We don't like that. It's not attractive, and it doesn't endear us to you at all. Talking to us like we're a human being, that's on point. But either way, it's just, maybe I'm not crazy enough because I'm a fairly normal person. Don't have any bits of rage that just needs to explode everywhere. But apparently I don't have enough red flags, maybe, because it seems like doesn't matter if they're gay, straight, whatever. They see a red flag and they go straight for it. So is that it? Is that why I'm not finding any of you? I need to show a little more crazy? Let me know.
She mentioned something in the video that I thought would be an actual nightmare scenario for a lot of men. I'm out in the middle of nowhere, just me, basically in the country is where you are. Some people like to live like that. But imagine being a man with a woman who is contentious, not friendly, not feminine, masculine, always trying to figure out how to get over on you, having to deal with this woman, be with this woman at all times of day and night, and you way out in the country, so there's not like stores or bars or really a lot of things to do or places to go out there. I mean, you know, if you live in the country, then you know how to be busy, and sometimes you don't even want to be busy. You just want to be out there in silence and solitude. And that's even worse. That's a terrible scenario. That's even worse. You move out to the country to get away from distractions, to get away from all of the hustle and the bustle of the city life. And then you got a woman that's terrible and contentious in your house, destroying your peace. Dang, I hate that. Sorry about that.
So I have like a general inquiry. General inquiry. Now, I haven't dated since 2013. That's 11 years ago. Now, if you think back to 2013, most of you can't, the dating scene was different. There was no, like, Instagram had just come out. There was, like, I don't know if dating apps existed. I don't know. But the influence was not there. You met someone in the wild. I met my ex-husband in the wild. It was great. It was a great time. The dating was beautiful. It was so non-toxic. It was great. Coming out of a divorce 2.5 years ago, and like I've seen people in between, dated it a little bit, but now I'm like throwing myself back out there. What happened? What? Like, when did humans become not humans? When did like women and men, relax, and men become like a choice, or like something that you just like, no, I don't like that one, swipe, or like, oh, if it doesn't work out with that one, no worries, because like I'll just find another one, or no, this is too hard, I'm leaving, or yeah, I thought I was ready, but yeah, I'm really not, or I have too much trauma, so these are all my problems and they're probably going to affect our relationship, so nah. Or, yeah, I really like you and I want to keep seeing you and taking you on dates, but like, you're probably not going to get a commitment from me, so we're just going to stay that way for a long time. Sorry? Like, what happened? Honestly, if there are genuine people out there, who just have old school values, maybe it's like a European thing, I don't know. I was going to say wog, but then you're going to be like, it's so offensive. It's not, if you are one. Where are the old school, like, nice traditional values? And like the normal dating, like, send a message, hey, like, without being weird. You know what I mean? And like, the not playing games. And just like, I get it. It's hard to meet people in the wild. It is hard these days because everyone thinks you're like trying to crack on. No one knows what your intentions are. Like, I get it, 100%. But also, like, if you don't try, you'll never know. But also, please be normal. Like, I just want to meet someone really, like, just normal and nice and genuine. Who doesn't leave, who doesn't ghost. What's this ghosting? I never had that. I never had that 11 years ago. I never had that 2 years ago. What happened to the quality of people? I'm still stuck 11 years ago, and I love that. I think that's the best quality about myself, is I will always have old school traditional values. And I'm like, mate, there are not many of us left, and I know that there are men out there who would appreciate someone like me. But damn, where you at? Where are ya? I'm waiting. Some people, like, I see some videos of like some people, and it's a little bit cringy. They'll be like, this is my official dating profile, like on TikTok. But I feel like I've become one of them. I mean, that's a little like attention grabbing. I'm like, wait, DMs are going to be flooded now, like relax. And they're usually like gorgeous men. But please don't DM me if you're like an old man. That's all I ask. I'm 29, single mum, yeah? I'm not saying like it's my dating profile. 29, single mum. No, because we get it. Baggage. But also, maybe I would meet my husband through TikTok. Should I do a series, a dating series? I'm intrigued. Let me know what I should do. Let me know what I should do. Should I try and find my husband on TikTok? All I ask is that you're not a creep. Please, just That's all. That's all. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Enjoy your Wednesday!
You think that men want to be bothered by foolishness? You think that men want to be bothered by foolishness? By your foolishness? No. Men don't want to be bothered by anybody's foolishness. Not the job site. Not the dog. Not a cat, not a snake. And for sure, not a woman. A lot of you ladies come with nothing but problems. Drama. Nothing but a bill. Something that continues to... Can you imagine buying something very expensive and that thing breaking every single day? Breaking every other day? And it's expensive to repair? That's what some of you ladies are like. A car that continues to break. And what's worse, you know what these women talk about? Oh, these men, they bamboozle you and they tell you and they sell you this dream life of what they are. And then, they really get into it and they flip the script. And I feel so bamboozled and taken advantage of. And these men lie. They just sell you a dream. They just say anything to get in your pants. Interesting. So you guys are telling me that y'all don't do the same thing with your makeup? With how y'all present yourselves, with how y'all dress up? Oh, I got my nails done. I got my makeup done. I'm wearing this dress to present myself in the best possible light. I'm telling you, I'm educated. I've got 10 degrees. I've got a 7-figure paying job. I started my own business. My parents love me. I've got an excellent home life. You're telling me all of those things in order to help me to see you in the best possible light. And then when I get to dating you and we start dating, then all of a sudden, actually, my parents my parents hate me. That's not funny. I shouldn't be laughing. All right. The point is, you are not who you say you are, and you aren't what you are pretending to be. And so men get into this thinking that, oh, she's actually pretty nice. And she actually is not. She goes around nagging, making his life miserable. You didn't do this right. You didn't cook this right. You didn't mow the lawn right. The pool is still dirty. It's got a speck of dust in it. You didn't fix the roof right. The gutter still has a leaf in it. Just silly stuff. Oh, the mailbox is leaning a little bit and it's crooked. You know, your hammer isn't hard enough. You need to get better tools. The screwdriver didn't fix what I needed it to fix. The light is falling out. The smoke detector the batteries need to be changed. I know you changed them last week and it's working fine, but I saw you put Energizer batteries in there that really needs to be Duracell batteries, and they need to be rechargeable. You know, it's just a whole bunch of foolishness that men have to go through with women, and they would rather at that point in time stay single.
I am a woman who comes from a family of all women, and I hate when y'all make me agree with men. I hate it when men are right. I'm not gonna say they're right, I'm gonna just say they're not wrong. It's good enough, right? Recently, there's a man that I never really wanted to lose in my life, whether we were together romantically or just friends or whatever. I never wanted to lose that man. I lost that man. He described to me the exact way that I made him feel. Like, in this instant, I felt like this. In this instant, I felt like that. And when I tell y'all I cried for 40 days and 40 nights, okay? Not only did I cry because I was heartbroken that I was losing the man, but like, I never in my life wanted to make anyone feel like that. And in fact, the things that I was or wasn't doing, I did it in hopes of not hurting him, but it had the exact opposite effect on him. Every man that I've ever dated have ever said, like, I don't know how much you like me, or I don't know if you like me, or like, I don't even know how you feel about me. And to me, I was just like, what am I not doing? Like, I don't know, I like you. What am I not doing that other women do? And no one was ever able to describe the way that they felt, but this man specifically described everything. And y'all, when I cannot stress it enough, like, tore me apart.
I wonder if men have this space to kind of talk about their feelings in the way that women are wanting them to. A lot of times, and this is what a lot of men say, I don't talk about my feelings because at the end of the day, they're going to turn around and it's going to be about them. It's going to be brought up and thrown in my face a little bit later on. So I just don't say anything at all. Men don't have everything figured out, just like you guys don't have everything figured out. And when you say, oh, well, I'm just trying to vent, or I don't expect you to say anything back to me or try to fix my problem, yada, yada, yada. I'm just talking. Please don't take everything personally. Or I don't always communicate effectively or say what I mean, or kind of I say the wrong words. But then when that man needs that same level of grace, you're a man, you need to be ready for this. You're emotionally stunted. All men are emotionally stunted. Instead of just giving this man the space and time and the energy to describe exactly what it is that's going on. And even though you might be offended, because I'm not going to say you don't take offense to it, because some of the stuff, everybody has a certain image of themselves. But then when somebody starts coming against that image, you're like, man, and it kind of throws you off a little bit, right? That's normal. But you have to learn to be disciplined enough to step back and say, okay, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to do better. Or I did this because of X, Y, and Z. And y'all have a discussion about it, right? But also I would say a lot of ladies out there, well, let me say some just to be fair. Some ladies, some women out there, if a man is as detailed as this, if a man is as pointed and direct as this, if he can go down the line and tell you exactly, you're not ready for that. You can't handle that. You don't want that. You don't want a man that does that. Because then, like she says, I'm crying 40 days and 40 nights because he's breaking it down and he's tearing down at the very fabric of who you think you are. He's bringing you back down to reality. This is what I thought. This is what I was doing. And this is how you're affecting me. And now you as the woman have to step back and say, dang, I guess I wasn't as great as I thought I was. That's a blow to anybody, except a lot of ladies, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to have to take accountability for what they thought and what they thought was a lie. But men, they want men to be like, oh yeah, I definitely understand where you're coming from. Take it with a good, positive, upbeat attitude. Oh, thank you so much, baby, for telling me all this. Here's a hug and a kiss, and here's $100,000 to go get whatever you want. Also, just take all your friends on vacation. Thank you for just opening up and telling me everything. I love it. It doesn't work that way. If you want a man to open up to you and describe to you everything, don't use it against him, and don't be trying to make it about you, but then also try to fix it the same that you would want him to do for you.